XRP victory pump fail explained. Why are we not at $5 or $10 after Brad Garlinghouse just told us yesterday the SEC is going to be dropping the appeal against Ripple? Now, obviously, Ripple is still holding their cards, and the ball's really in their court as far as how they want to pursue their appeal, getting that $125 million fine dropped, maybe an injunction removed, or basically just a green light from the SEC that they're no longer going to pursue Ripple for selling XRP to institutions. Those are the two sticking points. We got an update from Brad Garlinghouse yesterday speaking at the Digital Asset Summit in New York, also appearing on Bloomberg Crypto. And let me tell you, folks, XRP continues to go viral. The fundamentals are as great as they've ever been, but yet folks are still wondering why hasn't XRP gone up to $5 or $10 just quite yet. It's coming soon. I'm going to break it down in this video. I appreciate you for stopping by. Please remember that all of our resources are available at zachrector.com. And before we get into it, I am going to allow our sponsor to run one quick clip. I appreciate you for stopping by, and let's run it. Check it out. And there you have it. I had a little XRP family merch photo shoot yesterday. You might have seen my son's little hand sneaking in there trying to help me out. And if I did have to edit that out, it's because the soundtrack got hit for copyright. But without further ado, let's get right on into the update. I did want to let you guys know we are working on adding these two hats right here behind me. The camo and the white XRP family patch. The XRP family patch is the one that we're going to be running first, and our supplier is just now getting in that supply, so we're going to be going live on the website here in the next day or so, ready to take your orders on the new hats. Appreciate your support. Let's go. Summary of Fed decision from yesterday. The Fed is leaving rates unchanged for the second straight meeting. Fed says uncertainty around the economy has increased, and Jerome Powell in his speech mentioned the uncertainty multiple times. And this is the big concern, I think, for broadly speaking in the markets and the general economy right now. It's just a lot of uncertainty. The median forecast shows only 50 bips of rate cuts in 2025. So 50 basis points, that's half of 1%. That's all we're going to get for the rest of 2025, the forecast is showing. Now, the big one, this is what I was waiting for, and we called it perfectly. The Fed to slow balance sheet runoff beginning April 1st. This is what I was waiting for, was a signal that quantitative tightening was going to be reduced and coming to an end. And the Fed mentioning that they're going to slow balance sheet runoff is their fancy way of saying that QT is coming to an end. This is the bullish signal that we were looking for, and we got it. Fed sharply reducing 2025 growth projections. Fed marks up their 2025 inflation forecast, and the Fed pause officially continues. When you look further into their economic data projections, they are cutting their 2025 GDP growth projection from 2.1% to 1.7%, raising the unemployment forecast from 4.3 to 4.4%, despite Jerome Powell's comments that this is a normal unemployment rate. We do not want to see us trending in these directions, not good. And they're raising their PCE inflation forecast from 2.5% to 2.7%, with the core PCE inflation forecast also raising from 2.5 to 2.8. The Fed sees higher inflation and a weaker economy. Trump urging the Fed to cut rates. The Fed would be much better off cutting rates as U.S. tariffs start to transition and ease their way into the economy. Do the right thing. April 2nd is Liberation Day in America. This is the statement from President Trump, and I think that he's trying to warn that, hey, these tariffs are coming on April 2nd. You guys have had plenty of time to see this coming. We've, warned that it's coming. And the Fed sees and is showing in their forecasts higher inflation, weak economy, yet they're going to leave rates, sticky right here. And throughout the rest of this year, we might get half a percentage point cut. So we're not going to get a lot of relief unless a nuke goes off, the aliens arrive. Something big is going to have to drop for the Fed to lower those rates down in any sort of significant way. So I wouldn't be expecting that anytime soon, but we'll see how the tariffs come into a play at the beginning of this month. And despite the tariffs coming in, I still am of the opinion that we're about to head into another rally. One data point to confirm this is a signal that has only flashed 2 times since 1960 from Bravo's research. Both times, stocks rose by 20% first, then they crashed. This aligns with my analysis that we do have a little bit of a rally here before something else big hits. things are about to get absolutely crazy. And they're showing us here the probability of a recession calculated from the yield curve. And so both times that this has happened since 1960, the stock market rose by 20% first and then crashed. What would this do to crypto? Well, if stocks rise by 20%, crypto is going to be pumping by double that, and your altcoins could be doing 10 times that very easily, right? 200% easily for your altcoins, which is what I'm expecting. Now, President Trump did just speak at the Digital Asset Summit, not really saying anything new. It was only about a few minute speech, but he did reiterate that he will make America the undisputed Bitcoin superpower and crypto capital of the world. He also mentioned that Congress needs to get the stablecoin legislation passed, and he criticized the banking discrimination against crypto firms and users, aka Operation Choke Point 2.0. Now, I wanted to comment on this. Originally, I thought that he wanted the stablecoin legislation on his desk by June, the June recess. I misunderstood that, though. He's actually asking for stablecoin and the market structure bill to be on his desk by April. So he's pushing Congress to actually get off their butts and get something done. It's a matter of national security, and a joke that stablecoin legislation hasn't been passed already, because that should be completely bipartisan. And for that matter, so should the market structure bill, right? How do we preserve the gold standard of capital markets in the world? We got to pass stablecoin legislation, and then we got to get that market structure bill passed ASAP. And you're starting to see that institutions are flipping the switch and going live. And this is why I remain as bullish as ever on XRP and our other fundamental utility investments. Bitnomial is now live with their physically settled XRP USD futures, trade with real asset delivery, stronger price discovery, and full CFTC regulatory compliance. This is setting the stage for those ETFs to go live. The SEC likes to see that there's a healthy futures market. It shows that there's plenty of liquidity and ways to basically express your position on any of these assets, going long or short. This helps bring in more liquidity, and the SEC likes to see this before they let those ETFs go live, which we know is right around the corner. More flipping of the switches over here at LMAX Digital. Clients can now access Ripple's ROUSD stablecoin. I've never heard of that firm before. Don't know exactly what they're doing, but it's another on-ramp into the XRP ecosystem through ROUSD. Furthermore, I spoke about this a couple days ago, speaking of that video that I did on the private ledger, which, by the way, just so we're clear again, there are no two prices of XRP. Obviously, you'll see a different price of XRP on various exchanges, right? But there is no separate XRP private ledger price, right? There is no XRP at 10,000 on the private ledger. Could tests be, ran playing around with numbers like that? Yes. But there is no two prices. There is private ledgers that Ripple is creating for their central banks and institutional partners, but those will always have interoperability with the mainnet, and XRP will never leave. XRP only exists on the XRP ledger. So when you see XRP represented on the Stellar network, on the Binance Smart, BNB Smart Chain, that is a IOU derivative that has been issued on those networks. It is not true XRP, that it only exists on the XRP ledger. So let's be very clear about that. But in that video, I also spoke about the new wallet that was on the way. Here's our first look at that, XRPL Atom, one of the main devs at XRP Cafe First Ledger. And this is the First Ledger wallet, okay? Fastest onboarding, best discoverability, high security, no inordinate fees, super easy dApp integration, integrated on and off ramps, a few more surprises in there that will be revealed on the release. Can't wait to release this one for everyone in the ecosystem. First look, little user interface here for the First Ledger wallet that is on the way. Now, I already have a wallet through the First Ledger meme coin trading app, and I also have my Zaman wallet. I also keep my long-term XRP holdings in cold storage, well away from transacting and playing around with anything, right? I have separate wallets, and they all serve a purpose, whether I'm going into the AMM, whether I'm trading memes, or my long-term holdings, which never touch online, which never get played around with at all, period, full stop. They are buried in the backyard or somewhere safe, okay? But as I titled this episode, I want to break down the XRP victory pump fail, And why am I titling it that? Because we had a run on XRP up to $2.55. Actually, it was up to $2.60. And then XRP came back down to about $2.50, ran back up to about $2.55 as the Asia markets warmed up and went live yesterday evening. But then we did see a sell-off this morning across the broader market. That was the stock market futures fell off. That was the crypto market fell off. And that recovery is now underway. But we had a victory, a little bit of a pump. Some folks are going to be mad that I put pump in the title. But please note, I'm explaining why it was a victory pump fail, why it was short-lived. You want to know? Here's the answer. Manipulation. And very simply, the order books, it's going to take some time for them to fill up. Vincent Van Code breaking it down. If you're wondering why XRP price isn't pumping, remember when volumes are low, it's easy to manipulate price. Because of that uncertainty that Fed Chair Jerome Powell mentioned, the FOMC members mentioned, the market is just uncertain right now, and people don't want to get risky. People don't want to go long. People are hesitant to fully invest all of their money into risk on right now when there's still so much uncertainty. So volumes are low right now, perfect environment for manipulation. Vincent Van Code says, I have seen over 500 orders just with the naked eye below 6 XRP. This is not manipulation. I will run a histogram of full day's transactions tomorrow. I guarantee it's going to show millions of dusting orders. Make no mistake, price is being manipulated. I don't know why he said this is not manipulation. I think he's made a mistake there because he's trying to show that this is manipulation, right? He's going to run a full transaction history on yesterday, and he thinks it's going to show millions of small dusting orders. Make no mistake, price is being manipulated. It's balancing an arbitrage against Bitcoin and Ethereum. Makes a lot of sense, right? Bitcoin and Ethereum losing the narrative, losing the plot. Maxi's attacking, Ethereum ecosystem in shambles, Ethereum price lagging so hard. And this is a little bit of balancing and arbitrage in those market makers using a little bit of manipulation between the arbitrage between Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. Even with another 1 billion of USDT injected out of thin air, Bitcoin and Ethereum still struggling. I am not selling. This is just noise, not financial advice. And that's what I'm seeing as well too. Something very similar. And I made this very simple and easy for everybody to understand, right? Why did we pump up to 260 and stop? It's very easy. It's not, there is some manipulation going on right now, but just go look at the order books and understand how this functions. There already was a sell wall of orders sitting on the exchanges on the way up to 260. This is mostly short-term traders or people who wanted to get out of XRP before they knew about the case news today. These are people that were fed up with XRP, tired, frustrated, and just done. And so they had already placed their orders a little bit higher than the price that we were at, which was about 220 to 230. And they said, okay, I see that the top range, the next level of resistance is about 250 to 270. So you have orders waiting to sell XRP at 250 up to 260. And those orders got filled. And many of these orders were probably people that hadn't even seen the news. I mean, Asia was sleeping when this news hit. So you could have had just a bunch of orders, and this is what happened. A bunch of orders were sitting on the exchanges waiting to sell XRP at 250 to 260. Short-term traders who were playing around, and then you have folks that were just done with XRP, waiting to get out. And they're saying, the next pop-up to 250 or 260, I'm out of here. Now, how's that program going to work out for them? I think it's going to be a fatal mistake for their investment portfolio, to be honest with you. Buyers coming in around 250 is helping us find support. This is only half a day after the news first hit. This is when I had first posted this. It was later in the day yesterday. It had only been half a day, and yet people are wondering, why aren't we at the moon yet? Well, let this news spread. Asia is just now waking up. Mainstream coverage is next to non-existent so far. Mainstream coverage from Charlie Gasparino still spreading lies about the Ethereum decentralization test. It's a complete lie, and that's still suppressing and controlling the narrative about XRP, which has truly been set free. The SEC is dropping their case, but yet there's no coverage, and if there is coverage, it's tainted, and you're seeing the usual actors, and it's very clear who's in Charlie Gasparino's pocket at this point. We've been covering this for a while. Mainstream coverage is next to non-existent so far. The Fed just signaled the end of QT today. Let the inflows come. And trust me, they are coming in a massive way. And we even saw Brad Garlinghouse commented on this in his interview yesterday with Bloomberg Crypto. I'm going to go back and I'm going to clip it up for the live that we'll be doing tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you guys come on back for that. But I'm going to be airing the clip where he speaks directly to the inflows that we've been talking about. We've been saying, guys, just watch this order book. Now that XRP is on the move, we can really watch and observe this order book and see, where do people have sell targets, sell orders sitting at? Where do people have buy walls sitting at? We've noted the buy wall at $2 has been super strong. Everybody talking about how we have to go back to $1.50. We have to go back below $1. I think they're going to be waiting for a while. I think they might be waiting forever, because I don't think that we're ever going back to those levels again. Personally, I said that the bottom was in for XRP at $1.70. Why have we not pumped up yet? Well, there were sell orders on the exchanges. People didn't even have time to get the news and say, oh, wait, maybe I should stick around in this XRP investment, considering we're out of the storm, we're into the clear, the fundamentals remain as great as they've ever been before. Why would you be getting out of XRP right now? Either you have to, or you just don't know what the hell you're doing. It's just that simple. So if you appreciate what we're doing, please make sure you like this video. I hope that we explained why the XRP victory pump stalled out, but is it over? Far from over. Let me take a quick look here. Don't want to make this one too long. XRP down to $2.43 right now as I record this update. The structure remains intact. We're still well above where we were at before this news broke. So we have broken out of the consolidation. XRP is looking great. The rest of the space, well, take a good hard look at the rest of your portfolio is what I will say in closing of this video. I'll see you guys back again tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern for our live show. Everything is available at zachrector.com. God bless you all. We'll see you. I am your host, Zach Rector. I really appreciate all of the love and support. If you want to support the channel, just remember that you can start by smashing that thumbs up for me, sharing this content far and wide, and everything else is at my website.